Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sports Central. So, with the Olympics starting in a few days, today we're going to be ranking every Olympic sport based on how much I enjoy watching them, and obviously, as you can see, this will be done in a tier list. So, the top tier, or the best sports in my opinion, we have the ones I'm looking forward to watching, then we have the ones that are good, then the sports that I'll watch but they're not my first choice, then the sports that I'd pass on, and then finally the sports that are really boring and I'd rather watch paint dry. But getting right in, we have archery. I'd rather watch paint dry. Just does not interest me at all. It definitely takes skill to get the whatever you call it, the arrow close to the target, but doesn't interest me at all. Artistic gymnastics, I'll watch, but it's not my first choice. Same thing with artistic swimming. Both of them obviously take a lot of skill. Obviously, all Olympic sports do, but they're cool to watch here and there. But I'm not gonna sit there and just watch them because I feel like it. It's not my first choice. Next, we have athletics or track and field. I'm gonna put this in good. Definitely, some parts of track and field are good, others are bad. But overall, I would say track and field as a whole is pretty entertaining to watch. Next, we have badminton. I'll pass on that. I mean, not the most interesting sport in the world, but now I'd rather watch paint dry. So we have basketball. That's one I'm looking forward to watching. It's not my favorite Olympic sport, but it is definitely one of my favorites. At 3v3 basketball is good, although not my first choice. I just don't really understand the point of having two types of basketball in the Olympics, but it is basketball, so it's still pretty good. Next, we have beach volleyball. This is another one of my favorite sports in the Olympics, and it is one I'm looking forward to watching. Boxing in the Olympics, I'll pass. Then we have breakdancing. How is breakdancing an Olympic sport? I'll pass. I mean, it could be interesting, so I'm not going to put it in I'd rather watch paint dry because it is the first year breakdancing is in the Olympics, but how is breakdancing an Olympic sport? Next we got two canoe events or rowing. I'll pass. Don't necessarily know if it's I'd rather watch paint dry, but not necessarily something that interests me. Same thing with all four cycling things we have on this tier list. I will pass on all four of them. Just cycling, not something that interests me. Next we have diving. This is an interesting one. It's cool to see them do all the flips and stuff in the air, but it's not my first choice. But I will watch it if it's the only thing on. Next we have equestrian or horseback riding. This is tough between not my first choice and I'll pass. I'm going to say pass because maybe a clip here and there, but not something I'm going to sit down and watch, even if it's my second or third choice. Fencing, I'd rather watch paint dry, not something that interests me at all. Next we have soccer, or in this case football. But this is one I'm looking forward to watching. But the one thing with Olympic soccer, I wish they had the full national teams doing it. I understand why they don't, with FIFA wanting to preserve and now have it compete with the World Cup. So the teams have to send their U23 teams. I understand it. I just wish we got to see the full national team. Next we have golf. And I'm going to say good. It can get boring at times, but overall, that's good. Handball is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated sports in the Olympics. I'm looking forward to watching handball. If you have not watched handball, give it a try this year. It is extremely fun to watch, and that's one I'm looking forward to. Field hockey is, one, not my first choice, but I can sit there and watch it. Judo, I'll pass. Same thing with marathon swimming. And modern pentathlon. Before I was about to record this video, I just looked through the tier list, and I don't know what this is. I ended up looking it up, and pentathlon consists of 5 events, and that is fencing, swimming, equestrian show jumping, shooting, and cross-country running. I don't know what those have in common, but I'll pass. Really interesting. I mean, I guess you can see the 5 events here in this little picture if you can see that. It's kind of small. But Just not something that interests me at all. Sailing, between pass and I'd rather watch paint dry. Not necessarily the most interesting sport in the world, so I'll pass. Shooting, I'd rather watch paint dry. Skateboarding, another one that's not very interesting. I'll pass. Sport climbing. Between I'd rather watch paint dry and I'll pass. Let's say pass. I believe this is another one new to the Olympics this year. Then we have surfing. I'll pass. I mean, a cool clip here and there is about all you get from me watching. Then you've got swimming. This is my favorite Summer Olympic sport, and overall my favorite Olympic sport in general. I just think swimming is something extremely exciting. I could sit there and watch swimming for hours and not get bored of it. Extremely interesting for me, and it's my favorite Olympic sport. Table tennis or ping pong. Some people would definitely say this is boring. For me, not my first choice, but I'll watch it. Taekwondo, I'll pass. Just don't seem to have an interest in it. Tennis, kind of boring to watch, but I could watch it here and there. I'm going to put it not my first choice, but it's very close to the pass tier as well. Next we have trampoline gymnastics. Not my first choice, but I'll watch if I have to. Triathlon, just too long for me. I'll pass, although the three sports takes a long time. Impressive for the people who do it. Volleyball is good, but I do prefer beach volleyball. Water polo is another one I'm looking forward to watching. That just impresses me a lot. Staying in the water the entire time, that's a really impressive sport. Weightlifting, no, I'll pass. And same with wrestling. But that is my ranking of every Summer Olympic sport. And let me know in the comments if you guys have differing opinions. I'm sure you will. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future of me ranking things and giving my opinion on certain things, let me know in the comments, and I'm willing to do a lot more of this type of video. Also, I'm sorry I haven't posted on this channel in a long time. It's been about a month. I just really have not had any video ideas at all. But if you guys have any video ideas, let me know in the comments as well. But that's going to do it for this video of ranking every Summer Olympic sport. Obviously, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. But thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.